is me, my life rewired.
It's a great day to have a great day. Welcome to Life Rewired. And if you notice I'm smiling ear to ear, it's because you're going to love the person that I am introducing to you today. Her name is Brenda Cummings. Welcome to Life Rewired, Brenda.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We had such a great conversation off camera, and I think we could have talked for 6 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we're here to lift people up today, and we want you to share your story. Um, Back in October of 2019, I should have mentioned to you that I have problems with my numbers, but I digress. You suffered a stroke.
I did.
Yeah.
So I had a migrainous ischemic stroke, and I've suffered with migraines since the age of 18. And I had a migrainous ischemic stroke. I went to the hospital 3 times, 3 days in a row. The last 2 times I went, do not remember how I got there, but I drove. Let me say that.
Oh,
And went there complaining about headaches, and they just pat me on my back, gave me some medicine, sent me home, pat me on the back the second time, gave me some medication, sent me home. The third time, they could not do that.
mhm.
So the next thing that I do remember is that my daughter was sitting at the end of my bed, and I had woke up. I was in intensive care, and she said, Mama, I need to tell you something. And I was like, what? But I remember feeling that like I was heavy on the right side of my body. And she said, now I want to tell you this, and I want you to just understand this. If you need to cry, cry, but then I want you to fight. I said, just tell me. And she told me, she said, you've had a stroke. You had a migrainous ischemic stroke. And she said, and your right side affected. I said, what do I need to do? And from that point, I was put in a program called Banish at Lakeland Regional Medical Center. It is a stroke program,
Mhm.
and they do very aggressive training, trying to get you back on your feet as much as they possibly can. And it starts early in the morning to late in the evening, and they do not play. The Banish
Wow.
is like one of the top places that you can go to for rehab. And I did that not once, but twice. And I also went into a nursing facility for 30 days, which that is something that I pray that I would never have to do again because that is different. A nursing home facility is very different.
Oh, yeah. I used to
It's
sing at nursing homes. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's very different, and it will bring you down. So
Mm.
in my mind, let me just say this. In my mind, from the beginning, the very beginning, when I noticed that there was a difference, when I noticed that people were having to pick me up in the hospital just to put me on the potty, that they had to wipe me because, I'm right-handed. So being right side affected, I had to learn how to do everything with my left hand. Right, wipe, do everything with my left hand. And it was very, very difficult, extremely difficult. And my kids bought me things to make adjustments with, but I'm accustomed to going back and forth and moving and going here and doing that. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden all of that is gone. It's gone. It's taken away from you.
Yeah. You're
And so
independent.
yeah, and then in your mind, all of a sudden you have to say, okay, at one time I could pick up this cup, but now there's no picking it up.
Mm.
So then you have to adjust in your mind, well, let me use my left hand and pick it up. And now I can do it, but it still doesn't feel right because this is not my right side.
Right.
So it's a lot of adjustment in your mind. With me, it was a lot of praying. It was a lot of having faith that this was going to get better.
Right.
So I've been getting therapy. In-home therapy is what I had first, after coming out of Banish. And in-home therapy, I just don't recommend it unless you just have to. It's better for you to go to a facility because
Hmm.
the equipment is there, the workers are there, and they seem more determined for you to complete your task. Whereas a home visit, they come, they don't stay the time that they're supposed to, and they leave. And
Yeah.
that's
They
it.
probably want to talk a lot too and not do what
They
you're
they
actually
do.
supposed to do
They
there.
do. They
Yeah.
will sit in their car for 10 minutes, come and see you for about 15, and then go back in their car and sit for another 10, and then they're going to write off that they've been working with you for 45 minutes to an
Mm.
hour. So I had to get that corrected also. And so that my caregiver, I had a caregiver at the time named Miss Janetta, and she went outside and she said, I saw you pull up. You've been out here on the phone for over 10 minutes, and then you're going to come in here and see Miss Cummings, and you're only going to spend 15 minutes with her, and you're going to go back in your car and go on the phone again. She said, we're not doing this anymore. And I requested another worker. I had to, because this was just so repetitive.
Good for
And when I
you.
Yes, when I first had the stroke, I stayed with my daughter, and she had her and her husband, and just to give him kudos, he was great. Um, Corey was just a person that he would come in, make sure I had everything I needed. Then my daughter had hired two young ladies to help as caregivers. One of them was not good, but Paola was a queen. She came in, she helped me, she would teach me things, and she helped give me a sense of independence. And with her being there, and my son-in-law, and I call him son-in-law because that's what he is. I just love him to death. With his treatment and them both working and them taking care of me, I knew that I wanted to have a place of my own. The first place I found was, of course, a townhouse. So you know what that meant, stairs. And it was an adjustment. So the only time I went
Yeah.
upstairs was when my caregivers was giving me a bath. Otherwise, I stayed downstairs where the half bath was. I slept
Mhm.
on the sofa downstairs, and that's what I had to do. So with that being said, I was there for 3 years. I ended up moving again, and I moved into an apartment that was, of course, one level. And from that point, it was better. But I still lacked the use of my right side as I needed to, just for general little things, like even down to picking up a fork, a pencil. I couldn't hold it in my hand, couldn't
Mm.
write. So this past 12 19 of last year, I had a procedure called Vivistem. And Vivistem was something that they're using. It's a little small, a little small, like a for earbuds, like the size of an earbud
Uh-huh.
holder, is a device that they put in your chest here, because I'm right side affected, so they put it on the left side, and it
Okay.
goes to the vagus nerve, up to the vagus nerve, so they do an incision here and an incision in your neck. And
Really?
they put the Vivistem in there, and it's wired to your vagus nerve. So what that does is it sends impulses to the brain. So they have a magnet that I use at home to activate it, and it activates it for 30 minutes, which it sends stimulations to my brain. And whatever the stimulations or what I'm attempting to do, it gives me like more of a push to do it. But then it also turns around and it remembers what I've done. So when I get ready to do it again, it's not so new to me. Like as before, everything was try, try, try. You still have to
Okay.
try, but it's not as hard. You have to put in the effort, but it's not as hard. So
Interesting.
I've been on that Vivistem program. And when I say this program, you have to go to therapy 3 times a week, 90 minutes for the therapy, and it is intense. And when I tell you it's intense, you have a lot that you have to do. So today, I am writing with my right hand, something I couldn't do. Praise God. I'm writing with my right
Awesome.
hand. And I wrote my sister a birthday card today because it was her birthday. And she was like so emotional when she got it, because she was like, she can't believe that I'm writing with my right hand. And it's something, it's different. I was the first person in my area to have it done, the first person at Grasslands, which is a part of Banish, to be the first patient, the Vivistem patient. And I took a test yesterday, and I scored outstanding on the test. I scored above the highest percentile. So I was
Wow.
out. Yeah, I was so elated, and it's nothing but God. But like I could only pick up my arm, like to not even, let me see if I can show you, like about to here.
Hmm.
Now I can go up to here.
So this has only been 2 months that you've had this done?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
2 months, and
It
then for 2 weeks you can't do anything but just rehab at home before you can start doing therapy. But that therapy is 3 times a week, 90 minutes for that therapy, and I've been putting it on
wow.
social media, just showing people exactly what I've been doing. And I can't believe the results myself. And I would say this nothing but God and nothing but determination. You have to have, this is the one thing I'm going to say. You can sit up in your mind and say, I need to go to the store and get some butter and this, that, and the other. But as long as you're sitting down and you don't have a plan, you're not going to get those things. You have to have a plan in your mind. Even if
Mhm.
you don't succeed the first time, keep trying. I can't tell you how many times I've fallen down. I can't tell you how many times I picked something up and I've broken it. I'm talking about measuring cups, glasses with my right hand and it's on the floor, but it didn't stop me. What you have to do is just each day just try to do something, try to make an effort
Yeah.
to do something. And if you see that 1% difference, it doesn't have to be 50%, 10%, just 1% difference each day from you trying. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Just try. You don't have to see
Yeah.
something big, just 1% difference.
That's what I love about you, Brenda. You are posting those videos in the Facebook support group that we're in. And that's where I saw it. And I was like, oh, she is so inspired. And I hesitated for a few days to even ask you to be on the program because I thought she's not going to want to do my podcast. But then I finally was like, okay, all she can say is no, right? So,
I
but you were
definitely
just
wouldn't say no
inspiring
because the
me.
reason why I wouldn't say no is because I want people to know that with determination, with me, it was prayer, determination, and I don't understand the word quit. I'm
Yeah.
going to try and keep trying. You cannot give up. And you have a lot of people that have inbox me who have even made comments. Well, I can't. Don't use the word can't. Just say
Can't never
not
did
at this
anything.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Not at this time. Don't use the word can't because you're putting something in your psyche that's saying that you're never going to be able to do it. I'm going to do it.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Um, you just reminded me of a person I used to go to church with years ago. Um, his name was Mr. Allen, and he's passed away
Mhm.
since then. But he was so funny because he wouldn't let you say I can't, and da, da, da. And the funniest thing is our pastor. He would always say, "Mr. Allen, I'm gonna," and he'd say, don't gonna do."
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you got to get
It,
that mentality in your head first.
it's doing that, and it's just every single day try something,
Hmm.
even if it doesn't go through like you wanted to do in your mind. You're
Yep.
teaching your brain, you're teaching your brain that you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. And guess what? I kept teaching my brain that I'm going to write. I kept telling myself I'm going to write again, and I
Hmm.
am doing it now. I wrote a card with no lines, no nothing, but I wrote a card. Now, and my sister told me today, she said, I can actually read this better than what I did before. You writing better now than what you did. And I was like, you're kidding me. She said, no, it looks better now. And I was like, okay.
I
But it
love
made
it.
me feel good because I have not been able to hold a fork, hold anything in this hand without just like dropping out.
Yeah.
And it's not doing that now. And it's all because of determination,
Hmm.
faith, using the vivid stem and keep practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing. Don't you just cannot give up. What giving up is just saying I'm not going to do this and expecting to get results from it. You can't do that. You have to just keep pushing. I push
Exactly.
for every single day. Every single day I'm going to do something.
Hmm.
And do I still need help? Yes, nothing's changed about that. But what has changed is that I have confidence now to try new things. I have confidence now that when I do something, when I get ready to pull that drawer open, like even doing this motion, I couldn't do that before. My arm was up here like this.
Yeah.
Now I can pull the drawer open. I see those little 1% differences that are adding up, adding up, adding up. And I love it.
I love it too, Brenda. I'm telling you what, don't ever stop posting those videos in the support groups.
I can't stop. You know why? Because I want somebody, even if it's just one
Hmm.
person to be inspired enough to get up and do something more than just sitting up and having a pity party. Because
Hmm.
one thing I do notice about people, the first thing they complain about, well, there's no one here to help me. My family has forsaken me, and I don't have any friends anymore. Let me tell you something you have to do. And I'm just going to be very plain about this. Stop having pity parties because nobody's going to attend but you. You're going to be the only person there and you can't help yourself. What you
Exactly.
need to do is this. I'm going to tell you what I did. Let me put it like that. What I did was this. I pray, I have faith, and I keep it moving. If a person doesn't want to be around me, fine. If a person doesn't want to help me, fine. You know why? Because I want to help me.
Mm-hmm.
In order for me to help me, I have to get my mind straight. So I'm going to protect my peace and I'm going to love people from a distance and I'm good. And when I say love a person from a distance, a lot of people, you cannot have the negative Nellies around you. You cannot have the bad mouths around you. So what you need to do is get them out of your space,
Right.
love them from a distance, and keep on because you need positive reinforcements. And that
Mm-hmm.
can come from your mind, that can come from prayer, that can come from reading quotes, that can come from any place. But you don't need a person telling you that, oh, you're not going to be able to do that. You can't do this. It's not that. You can. Just
Yeah.
at least make the effort. Make the effort. When you make the effort and you know you made the effort, then you can't feel bad about it. But you have to feel bad when you're just sitting down and you're not doing anything about it.
Yeah. The negative Nellies will drag you down to their level if you let them.
And lower, they will.
Mhm.
And then they're the main ones that will sit up and look at you and say,
Yeah.
well, I know you couldn't do it.
Yeah. And then you've made a good point there too. The people that drag you down to their level, they want to push you down because they want to feel better about themselves.
Of course they do. And you know, a lot of people are very hurt that their family has abandoned them, their friends have abandoned them, their co-workers, people that their colleagues, and they thought that they would be there for them, but you can't do that because this is it. The one thing that I found out by having the stroke is this. I know who loves me. I know who was pretending with me.
Mm-hmm.
I know who was there for me. And I feel good about that. I know now. I didn't know before, but I know now.
Mm-hmm.
And does it hurt? Yeah, it hurt, but I'm over it. When I say I'm over it, I hurt. I prayed about it and I keep it moving. That's all I'm going to do because I'm not going to let that weigh me down to the point where I can't do what I'm supposed to do, which is rehab. I'm going to
Right.
constantly be in a rehab mode. I constantly have to rehab.
Yeah.
And God has brought some wonderful people in my life around me. I have good caregivers. I have, which that was a work in progress, having to go through to get good caregivers, but I have good caregivers. I have good people around me that I talk to. I talk to my brother on a daily basis, and he has been a good inspiration for me. I talk to one of my friends on a daily basis, Simone, and she's been a good inspiration. Her mother had 5 strokes.
Oh
And
wow.
when I tell you that she was a person that was going to work, coming back home, taking care of her mom, and getting up early, go back to work, and making sure her mom had someone there taking care of her and coming home and doing everything she could. She would put her mom in the car. She would not leave her mom at home. She was gonna, Mom, you're gonna get out. We're going. And she would get her mom a bag, get her mom dressed, take her in the car, and take her off somewhere just to make her feel good. And I
Okay.
witnessed this for the years that she lived. And that girl was relentless, and she's been a good inspiration for me with helping me when was feeling down sometimes. She was like, "No, you can't do that. We're not doing that." And she would come and pick me up. Let's go someplace. And it made me feel good because it didn't bother her that I had a stroke. It didn't bother her that I walked slower. It didn't bother her at all because she's right there. Like, she's going to fix your clothes. She's going to be, let's go. Come on, let's go. And she's going to hold your hand. Make sure you can get up on the curb. And that's something that I really appreciate. And like my caregivers are good and they care about me because for what they pay caregivers, they have to care about you in order
Right?
to be working with you
You're not lying.
because it's not a good salary. So for them to be with you, as long as the ones that I have been, they're good. And as I said, Paola was the first one, and she showed me so much love, so much caring. And the ones I have now are my granddaughter in love, and I have one is Lacey, and I have Tashanti, and both of them are really good. And before them, I had Miss Janella, and all of them have been really good, showing me love, showing me how to do things, and just taking care of me. My brother, he has a pool at his house, and he would make me come over, and I would have to spend 2 or 3 days so he can do therapy with me, just to
Yeah.
make sure that I'm moving around. So it's just so many people that you would least expect that have shown you love and try to help you advance
Mhm.
and do better. And that's something that I really appreciate.
Isn't that crazy how the ones that you would expect the most out of let you down, and the ones you wouldn't have dreamed would have your back are the ones that are going out of their way to take care of you?
They exactly. And it's really amazing. But then for me, I'm just thankful that I was shown the truth and the true feelings of those people,
Mhm.
because it keeps me from being wondering, like, did I do something wrong? And it wasn't me that did something wrong, it was them that changed. I didn't change. And when I say I didn't change, I'm the same person. It's just
Yeah.
that I had a mishap, something misfired, and this is where I'm at now. But you're showing me by your actions how you really feel about me. So if that's how
Mhm.
you really feel about me, then that's fine. I can love you from a distance.
My grandmother used to say, when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Exactly. And I've heard Maya Angelou say that also. And it's true. Whatever they show you, that's exactly how they feel about you.
Mhm.
However they're treating you, that's exactly how they feel about you. So believe it when you see it. Don't question it. Look at it. Accept it in your mind. Okay, this is who that person is. Pray for them and keep it moving. Don't
Yep.
even spend any time in that place, because guess what? Eventually they're going to disturb your peace, and you don't need your peace disturbed.
Mhm. My peace is my peace. You don't trample on my peace.
Exactly. And when you have those things on your brain,
Mhm.
they're there and they're keeping you from moving forward. So
Right.
all those things you need to, like, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of
Mhm.
it. And as I said, learn to love people from a distance. Sometimes that's just what you have to do in order to maintain a peaceful relationship in your mind, to not have a negative Nelly or a person that you thought was on your side is not on your
Right.
side anymore. It's better for you just to leave it alone.
Mhm.
I've learned to just pray for them, and ask God for guidance, and I just keep it moving, because there's nothing more I need to do. I know that I haven't done anything to them, so I'm good.
Right. You have spoken so many truths today. I tell you, I'm so thankful that I met you.
I'm thankful that I met you too, and I love our conversation that we had before. And like even now, I feel like a kinship, but for the simple reason that we both want the same thing. We want people to know that there is hope. We want people to not give up, and to rely on themselves, rely on God, because I know where my help comes from. So I don't know where anyone else help comes from, but I
Mhm.
know that my help comes from God, and that's who I rely on. And I just keep it moving, because I know that if I make one step, he's going to make some two or three for me. So but I have to get up and move. I can't sit down and expect him to do stuff for me, and I'm just sitting down doing this and that's it. No, get up, move, get around, start moving, and have
Absolutely.
faith that he's going to be right there to catch you if you fall.
Mhm.
So that's what I have to live by. I don't have a choice, and I quitting is not an option for me. It's not going to ever be an option.
Same here. I have to put all my faith and trust in God because Rob messes everything up.
I
I can
understand
promise
that.
you I will.
If it can be messed up, yeah,
Yep.
right here, I understand. And you have the best intentions, but just sometimes, we as human beings will mess something up. And if you just sit back and let him take control, it'll be just
Mhm.
fine.
Every
And
time.
that's what I've learned. It will be
Mhm.
just fine.
Absolutely. I remind me after the podcast to have a quick story to share with you that just popped into
Okay.
my head. But yeah, before we go, I want to give you the opportunity to encourage people, give them whatever message you want to share, and then we'll close it out.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for inviting me because I feel so good. And as I told you, when we had a prior conversation earlier, it lifted me up then. And I'm so lifted up now. I want to just to share with people that you have to learn to never give up. Even when things seem at their darkest, that doesn't matter. It's still going to be light somewhere. And you have to just put your best foot forward. Try, try, and try again. And as I said before, nothing beats a failure but a try. You have to try. Attempt it. Whether you do it right the first, second, third, 100th time, it doesn't matter. At least try. That 1% difference every single day is a difference. And that's all you need to see. You don't need to see 100. You don't need to see 50. Just 1%. 1% difference from just one try. Keep trying. Keep trying. Don't ever give up. And have faith. I don't know what anyone else believes, but I believe in God. And I know through prayer, it changes things because I look where I'm at now as
Yeah,
opposed to where I was at 10, 19, 19.
absolutely.
So I'm so thankful for that.
Thank you so much, Brenda. That was wonderful.
You're welcome. And thank you for inviting me. And at any point in time, I will be glad to come back and just share anything that I have that you want
Yeah,
to know about, any exercises or procedures or how it's been going with the Vivastim. I would definitely do that.
yeah. We could do a whole program just on the Vivistim. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
I
let me
welcome that.
know when, and I have booklets and anything that you want to talk to me about it, and the doctor's name, and also the representative. She is very open for even having speaking with her. So her name is Rachel, and she's very good.
Yeah. Well, maybe you pass the information on to Rachel if she wants to be on here as well with us.
That would be good.
That
I
would be
would. I'll
awesome.
make sure I do that.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I know that you found Brenda as inspiring as I have. And I want to encourage you, if you will go to our website, myliferewired.com, click on the resources tab. Every time we find a resource that is useful, we like to put that on there so that we don't have to recreate the wheel. Why would we want to do that? So go check that out. And if you would like today's video and share it with someone that you think might need to hear this message, because you never know when we might inspire someone else. And who doesn't want to be inspired?
Exactly.
It's been a great conversation with you, Brenda, and you are welcome back anytime. And I think we're
Thank
going to
you
be having a
so
lot of
much.
conversations in the future because I've made a great friend here today.
I have too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye bye.
Just re-inspired. This is me, my life rewired.